unmistakable rumble of a Subaru Impreza. You've just got to love it. This is the version 9 Impreza 2005 widetrack model. It's the last of the 2-litre ones, and it's widely regarded as the one to have, primarily because of its shape. And after this they went to the 2.5 litres, which the engines apparently are a little bit less reliable than these ones, so they say. Drop a gear and disappear, I think. Off we go. Oh dear. Hold on, hold tight. Woohoo! Holy fuck. Aye. Bear in mind this car's 15 years old. My god, does it go like shit off a stick. Wow. This particular one has had a remap with some supporting modifications, so it's running at 350 brake horsepower. I'm not sure what torque it's running at, I think it's about the same. But it weighs next to nought, and as you can probably see, because it looks like I'm driving about on a trampoline, the previous owners fitted this with a set of coilovers. Benefit of having the coilovers is that when you're on a back road and you do put your foot down, it feels awfully planted and the handling is great. It's like it's on rails. But to be honest, this is the second Subaru I've owned, and the first one was on standard suspension, and I never thought it was bad. I thought it was spot on, to be honest. If I could choose between having the standard suspension and the coilovers, it would be standard all day long. So in terms of Impreza models, first there was the classic shape, which made them famous, and some of them are still pulling big money now. So if you look online for an Impreza P1, for example, they're still pulling 20 plus grand, and this is a 2000 car, 1999 car, so it shows how popular they are if they're well looked after. Then came the new age models, the first of which was called the Bug-Eye, and it wasn't very attractive from the front, hence the name, so they swiftly remodeled that to the Blob-Eye, and that's what one of these is. This is a Blob-Eye, and this is a version 9. They started off version 8 Blob-Eye, this is the version 9, and this one has just got a slightly better interior, it's got a better steering wheel, it's got the manual diff, which allows the driver to decide where the power is going to be shifted, if it's going to be the front of the vehicle or the back of the vehicle, or just have it in auto and it does it itself. And the version 9 ones, as I said, are very well thought of and tend to hold the value pretty well. After that they went to the 2.5, and that's the Hawkeye version. And then after that, the designers at Subaru kind of dropped a major clanger and decided to do away with the saloon models and bring out a god-awful hatchback one. And needless to say, the kind of die-hard following that the Impreza had started to dwindle a little bit, sales plummeted, and they kind of ruined it all. So what I continue to love about these cars is just they don't try to be anything that they're not, which is great. We know that they're loud. We know that they're aggressive looking, that's just the way they are. And in a world where nowadays social media, fakery and filters and blurred lines are absolutely rife, these little gems just kind of puff out their massive bonnet scoops, shrug their shoulders and go about their business. And honestly, they're so much fun to drive. If you can just leave your ego at the door, not give a shit about what people think about you, and somehow get a hold of one of these, get yourself out into the back roads of wherever you live, put your foot down and set away, you just can't help but enjoy yourself, and it just puts a massive smile on your face. So just to give you a little bit of history about Imprezas, you can skip this bit if you're not interested, but they kind of burst onto the scene in the 90s with a little bit of help from Colin McRae. who, as most people know who follow Imprezas, took the World Rally Championships by storm with his blue and gold Impreza. So this was something really special for Subaru when that happened, because that kind of catapulted Imprezas into the limelight and managed to somehow hypnotise myself and loads of others into kind of die-hard fans that would just be absolutely adoring towards the Imprezas for years and years to come. When I was growing up at school and you heard or seen one of these come flying past, it was everyone kind of stopped what they're doing, dropped their drawers, like, there's a Subaru coming past, and they were just absolutely mint. I know you can do track days at Croft and Donington and places like that where you can drive Ferraris and supercars and what have you, but wouldn't it be mint if one day you had one where you could drive cars like this? You could throw in Evos, Imprezas, maybe an Escort Cosworth, and absolutely nail them around the track. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? Sure, it rattles and kind of looks like it's made of melted down Lego bricks, but really, who cares? I certainly don't. When you put your foot down and it shoots off like you've been shot out of a cannon, all that just really doesn't matter. That's the end of the Impreza review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, I didn't go into too much detail with this one because there's thousands of videos online about Imprezas with all sorts of spec and details on that you don't really need from me. I just wanted to give you a kind of a rough overview of what it's actually like to own one of these and what they're like to drive and how much fun they are. And that was pretty much it. I bought this car so that I could just keep it forever. I love Imprezas, always have done. And I'm going to look after this one, and I'm hoping that by the time my son's like 18, 19 years old, it might be worth a few quid so I can then pass it on to him. That's the plan. So as far as owning them is concerned, they are great. They're rattle bags and they are money pits, but they are a lot of fun. This car's 15 years old, remember, and it still drives mint. As I say, it is rattly and the interior is massively dated, but I don't really care about that. I just love them and I love the noise they make, and I'm looking forward to many more years of fun to come with this one. It's got 81,000 miles on it. I don't think I'll put many more on because it's just kind of hidden away. I just drive it every now and again. I'm just going to tinker on with it and make it mint and look after it, and then Max can have it when he's older. So I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next time. Up next, we've got an Audi RS4 Avant, and I'm looking forward to reviewing that one. So see you soon. Cheers. Take it easy.